bragging about $10,000. What happened to him?
Was it the kid? This was in Saginaw, Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the one, Rob? You had the video of it?
He got killed?
He got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dion.
You had the video on the group text, Rob.
Yeah. I did a video on him. It's.
Oh, yeah. I left off on like the crab in a bucket mentality in the hood.
House Negro conversation.
Now, bro, you come around, let's say, I mean, you came up, you got some money now, and you in the hood, bro, your friends are going to be the ones that take you out the game. They're going to be the ones that may either make you go broke, or they're going to be the ones that put your ass in the casket. It's like literally grabbing the bucket mentality. You come around having something, niggas want to make sure you don't got it no more. And the fucked up part is, bro, it'll be your own homies.
A lot of black people that are pushing black children, black men to make this music. And now we're seeing black women becoming more popular in their degenerate music. And what does it promote? Getting money, promiscuity.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The way female rappers are, I kind of just wish we just kept females in R&B. Just R&B only, man, because the way y'all rapping right now is disgusting. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, right?
The dysfunctional household, dysfunctional existence. And kids like this who will go out and follow, because it's a big problem with niggas. Niggas are followers.
Yeah.
We have a community of followers. This goes back to the leaders, and we talk about education. We have a community of followers that think that this is cute and this is entertaining. But where does it lead you? You're flashing this money, and then what happens? Somebody comes and kills you. It's black. The Klan didn't come and kill him. It wasn't some white supremacist that came and killed him. It's another black person.
Who killed him? Who killed Dion Wiley? This 17-year-old. Rob, you want to pull that up?
Yeah, some nigga.
Can we get some audio? So he's showing
some hating ass nigga that ain't never got no money in his life. They ain't never put in no hard work in his life. And that just said, F it. I want to take it away from somebody who got it. And here's the thing. I mean, what was it? Did his parents give him this money? Was he out there in the streets and was he getting this money? Because I mean, that's what I ain't gonna lie. Some kids, look, hey man, some kids in this high school be getting it some shit, okay? Or he could have been a well-to-do young man. He could have started an e-business, an e-commerce business, and he just made a whole lot of money or something like that. I mean, it could have been from the streets or it could have been from something good. It don't matter, bro. You hang in the hood, these niggas want you gone for it. They want to take you out the game because they can't have what you have. They don't want you living good around them. They don't want to sit there and feel salty all day. They'd rather kill you than have to feel that type of shame.
Off $10,000.
Yeah.
Niggas lose count around this bitch.
But Dion got that shit on him.
Let me up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wiley boy. Okay, so this is gang affiliation then. So all right, he must be a money maker in a gang. So either scam, sell drugs, and that's mainly what you are when you're the money maker in the gang, or of course do transportation. So yeah, he's probably one of those guys. He got a good amount of, he made a good amount of money. He's just flexing it for high school. And yeah, trust me, guys be deeply involved in the drug game, scamming, all that good stuff in high school, bro. Trust me, we start early.
This is the kid that got shot and killed, Rob?
Yeah. Just flexing.
This is a month ago, less than a month ago. People mourn. Oh, this is it. United High School senior who died in shooting. Go a little bit lower. Police officers have found 17-year-old Dion Wiley III shot in a parking lot of a party store in area of South Washington Avenue and Weber Street. A memorial has been created. Unbelievable. I mean, this is hard. This is someone's kid that's doing this.
Yeah, he went viral for that. He was looking fresh. He had that shit on him. People found out who he was in the city and they said, yeah, let's go rob him. He got money. There you go.
Yeah. But this happens. This is a common thing. This is reported. This is what's getting reported in the news. This is a common thing. Black kids getting killed by other black people because they glorify this culture of, I have to show off. And who are you showing off for? To niggas that are going to kill you, to niggas that are going to take from you. You don't need to show off your money. If you got money, you don't need to show it. If you have something, you don't need to show a bunch of people. You either have it or you don't. And it's simple as that. But we've built this culture around, we have to show off these things to prove, we love to try to prove to somebody that we're doing something rather than just doing it. And unfortunately, this is the unfortunate end. And this is why education's important and crime.
So crime 1, education 2, what's 3?
The family.
Yep.
Black men and women. Much of the problems that we look at in the community, we can play the blame game, but it's more of, like I said, looking at reality. Black women dominate the household. Black men no longer dominate the household. The courts, the government is now, of course, incentivize women to have children out of wedlock. And they get paid for it. Food stamps, WIC, all these different government programs that now encourage people not to get married, not to have strong families, but to abuse the system in order to thrive off the system. And you're not really.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back, guys. And if you have any question, comment, jokes, or disagreements, go ahead and super chat it in or send in a PayPal or Venmo, and I will read it when I get back, guys. Appreciate the support. And guys, let's make sure to support the stream, guys. Let's make sure to support the stream. All right.
Thriving. You're living in poverty, generational poverty. They want to talk about generational wealth, generational poverty. It's by choice. We promoted this because we think it's cute. We think it's okay. And we don't want to call it out. The moment you call it out, you call it a coon and Uncle Tom, an enemy of black people. But what do we get out of this? We're in the same.
Bro. And like I said, if you use it to their definition, like I said, they say Uncle Tom's an enemy of the enemy of black people. Then I mean, your rappers, yep, that's the enemy of black people because they promote crime and violence and drug use. That's not helping us out. So yeah, that's an enemy. Your entertainers, they're an enemy of the black people. So I mean, all the guys that you guys, consider what your role models. I mean, no, those are the coons. Those are the real Uncle Toms.
Same condition that we're in for 30 years, when we should have been in a better position compared to all the other people who've come here and they start off very poor. We're in far better positions. Asian community, Hispanic community, which is a growing, rising community in this country that black people are not aware of.
Yeah.
Black people for a long time have been the emotional weapon politically in this country.
Here's what kills me about this. It's like, bro, we need to get our numbers up. Like, we need to get our birth numbers up. The fact that the Mexicans are, well, honestly, not Mexicans, just Hispanics all together are outpacing us this way is an absolute shame. Because they're not aborting their kids, and because they're not aborting their kids, they're having big families and bigger, more wealthier families, while we're over here destroying our families and having poorer and broken households. So it's like, guys, we need to fix something. Something got to give here. And I don't think that our community is willing to do the work because it takes way too much self-accountability that they're just not ready for still, and it's so fucking irritating. But it's almost like Dr. Umar said, some of these niggas gotta die in the streets, and I don't want it to happen for them, but it seems like that's the only way we're gonna get somewhere is if we let these guys who want to crash out on this terrible ideology. Well, let them see the end of that terrible ideology. Hopefully people learn their lesson.
Country. Well, Hispanics are now coming in and they don't need black people anymore to use as outrage like they've done for every election. What happens every election cycle? Somebody black gets shot. And they highlight that rather than highlighting all the crimes that happen every day. They highlight this racial case to make it an incentive for black people to come out and vote. They're going to put you back in slavery if you don't come out and fight for this. They're going to put you back in chains. I'm not going back in slavery. But we exist in a current slavery, a mental slavery that is far greater and far more oppressive than we could ever imagine. Slavery in the past, of course, brutal at the time, but this slavery we currently live in, this slavery of believing that we can do nothing and go no further. We have to always be victims. It's terrible. But the family is important. Black women need to realize that they've been horrible at raising children. They have to take accountability for that. Black men have to take some responsibility in saying that we have been absent from our kids. We've been absent from our community, and we have to step back into it.
Why the disparity? When you look at these numbers here, Andre, so this is children and father absent homes by race from 73 to 23. Blacks 47.5%, Hispanics 25.7, almost half, second place. National average 23.6, whites 21, and then you got Asians 10%. And if you go to the previous one, Rob, that you had up, out of wedlock births by race, black 69.3, then it's American Indian, then Hispanic, then national, then white, then Asian. Why is that? Why is this so common?
Like I said, the government benefits. The music that's been promoted through hip hop.
You think the government benefits from this?
Oh, 1,000%.
How?
What I would say is the reason is this: the profit, the money that they get from just sitting back and having a bunch of children. I've seen this in the community. People sell EBT, they'll sit back and have a bunch and talk about, I'm going to put him on child support. They glorify this culture. It's talked about in the music. It's talked about every day in our community. We have incentivized this culture of sitting back, having a bunch of children, not taking care of them, sitting on government benefits and having every other generation do the same thing. It's not to our benefit at all. We don't gain anything out of it. We get more Dion's from this. We get more the music that we're making. We get more Megan Thee Stallions and you can name a whole bunch of these people, the Cardi B's and all these other people who are destroying our image. They promote this music. And we know it's bad. The black people who are putting it, I've talked to a lot of people. I did an interview with Say Cheese TV, black YouTube channel. They do a lot of the hip hop. They have people like Charleston White, someone I'm not a fan of. I think Charleston White's a clown as well. The camera guy was telling me, I film a lot of these rap videos. Black men, black women. He's like, the beats sound great. It sounds wonderful. I love it. I can get down to it. But the shit they're talking about is terrible. We're talking about having a bunch of children. We're talking about doing drugs. We're talking about drinking, having sex with a bunch of men and women. Is that who we want to be represented? Is that who we are as a people? Do we want to have this existence? No. And it's foolish at the end of the day.
So you're saying the big studios are you putting it on the studios because it's profitable? Are you putting on the black community for being customers and keep buying it? Who is at the end of the day the main responsibility fall on?
It's two people. The black people, of course, this is in our community. A lot of the rappers, the promoters, they're the ones making money from it. But also, we also have to talk about the significant level of Jewish influence in hip.
Yeah, I mean, bro, what was it? It was like a Jewish music executive that was on the Breakfast Club that pretty much said that, yeah, we promote toxic music towards the black community, one, because it sells more. And I mean, yeah, just one, because it sells more. And I'm be real with you guys, it is destructive music that gets more spins. And it's kind of crazy because they're kind of like curating our music that we listen to. Like, we're not curating our own music. They're the ones pipelining this music to us, this violent, make you want to go out there, speed, fuck bitches, and sell sell a pound or something. It's that deviant music or depravity music. The problem is, though, is that we're not doing it to ourselves. You can kind of get down with it if you're doing it to yourself. But when you know that there's a bunch of Jewish executives that is like streamlining this to us, and anytime a black person try to come out and do different, they toss them to the side, they shelf them. Yeah, let you know this is done with some intentionality here.
Hip hop. That's something we never want to talk about. Mm-hmm. A lot of the problems that we talk about in the black community, we blame on white people. We don't ever want to talk about the Jewish element of that. We always exclude that because we think that, well, Jews are white and they're the good white people. Well, really? Are we looking at it like that? They're the good white people. When we talk about the discrimination, redlining, banking, I mean, who's been dominant in much of that industry? Not even that industry, that profession for centuries, mainly been Jews. Civil rights movement mainly was not for black people, it was mainly for Jews. I mean, the civil rights movement, honestly, when we look at it, in reality, it was probably the worst thing that ever happened to black people. It's a harsh reality to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But yes, the music industry is dominated by two different people. You've got the Jewish media that pushes this kind of stuff in the community. And then black people go out and promote and profit from it as well. They know exactly what they're doing. They'll tell you. The rappers will sit back and tell you who owns it. The rappers will sit back and tell you who's pushing this stuff. And it's black and Jewish that are doing it. The people at the top. This is the house Negro. The blacks that work with the Jews that push.
Oh, yeah. And every time we try to do our own thing, our own music label, guess who gets bought up by? Well, yep, the Jews. And not all of them, guys. They know, oh, it's the Jews thing. No, it's just these Jewish music execs. It's the small group of this Jewish elite that just controls music and movies. And it really and they definitely have their hand on black entertainment all the way through.
This kind of music.
Who's trying to get so big that they control that? So
here's the crazy thing. Like I said, even when we start our own thing, they control it still. Like, even these rappers are start their own music label. They're all controlled by like the major music labels of, what was it? Epic, Interscope, Universal, Warner Brothers. Yeah, all of them are owned by the same four record labels.
Don't need to work with others. Would you put Jay-Z in that category? Would you say some are getting to that point where they don't need to go through them?
I would say there's some people. I'm not really too much focused on the, Jay-Z and what he does, but I would say there are black people who are pushing that. But of course, this is the big industry. Industry that's been occupied for the last, I would say,
not all of them, but that's the thing though. The biggest artists are pushing the most depravity music, like the most deprived music. They say have the most like evil. Yeah, literally, I'm gonna be real. They just have the most demonic language, have the most demonic lyrics. It's the guys who are low-key really out there pushing this garbage music that are the most popular. I mean, what was it? Young Boy, most popular. I mean, he has some good songs. Not all of his songs are gang, shoot a nigga up, but his most popular ones are the ones that get pushed all the time on the radio are. And this man has a lot of good songs that aren't about shooting people up. That are actually pretty positive songs, pretty deep songs you could listen to, you could relate to. But the songs you're gonna hear is that rah gang, shoot the whole block up. That's what you're gonna hear most of the time. You're never gonna hear the songs where he's not really on that. And I mean, and that goes to show you how the music industry works. Because if you look at an artist's album, you'll start looking at it, and you'll be like, damn, so only the music that's like about killing niggas, selling drugs, those are the only ones that make it to the top of the charts, those are the only ones that make it on the radio. Not this deep stuff that he was talking about his child, not the deep song he was talking about his childhood on, not the deep song he was talking about parenthood, not this deep ass song over here where he's talking about how he wants to make it out the street because it killed all his homies. Nope, not those songs don't make it. Nope, only the songs where it's about fucking hoes, drinking all the time, and getting into bullshit.
Going back to the 1930s with jazz music, rock and roll with chess records and so on, and then hip hop now in the 90s with Death Row and so many other labels, been dominated by Jews, mainly at the top, and then blacks working with them at the low level to recruit and promote these people.
But go a little bit deeper than that. How can they get out of it if that's the case?
We've got to acknowledge who's doing it and take accountability. Everything's about accountability. When I mention these different people, I'm not saying that we should put the blame on these people. We've got to take some responsibility, take some accountability for our own actions. We've allowed this to happen. When I talk to white nationalists and they're talking about, migration and it's the Jews doing that, well, you got to take accountability too. Who's let these people in? Who's been pushing these policies?
Mm-hmm.
You can blame the Jews all you want.
It wasn't on my turf. It happened before me.
Yeah, they'll sit back and make all the excuses. You have to take some accountability at the end of the day.
Yeah,
we can blame whoever we want to blame, and they should be held accountable.
Yeah, if somebody hits me with, well, what do we do? Said how we get our music back? I mean, bro, make our own music labels. I mean, have our own good artists and don't sign up to these big music industries. Like we got to start from the ground. We got to rely on ourselves and stop allowing, these Jewish music execs to control our media, period, point blank. We got to break the shackles ourselves, just like we had to during slavery. Same thing, guys. We got to walk ourselves off the plantation. Nobody's going to walk us off the plantation for us. Doesn't work like that. We need a Nat Turner up in this bitch.
But you've got to sit back and do the heavy work of saying, you know what, this is kind of my fault. I've done a lot of the help.
Your problem with Jews is what? That they are using the music industry in a way to profit from it, and they're controlling. But someone
crazy. We did have a Nat Turner. His name was Michael Jackson, and then we all turned on him and called him a pedophile.
Someone's buying, right? So they're
my problem with the Jewish community, and mainly, of course, not every Jewish person, but organized Jewry as a whole. They understand that there is a problem racially in this country. That there's always going to be a difference between blacks and whites. And I think historically, the last 100 years, they have used the racial conditions of this country in order to gain more and more power. The Civil Rights Movement is a prime example of that. They use this situation as a way to increase more power and control in society. The Black Jewish Alliance is it's very entrenched for a reason. Not as we're good friends and we're working for the same goal, but you're the pet. When we need you to come out and be outraged, we'll call you. Look at the NAACP, mainly founded by Jews and black people coupled with that. Much of the HBCUs funded by Jews. I'm not saying this because Jews and everywhere.
Is there any specific organizations you're talking about?
The ADL, many of these Jewish organizations are always pushing for the control over black people.
Would you say, what would you say about the conservative Jew versus the liberal Jew, or there's no difference in your eyes?
I would say that, of course, there's a conservative Jew and liberal Jew, just as there is a conservative black and liberal black, white conservative, white liberal. I mean, these things exist. It's not all one and the same. I would say that a good majority of Jews do look at themselves as their own group. And of course, as their own group, they're going to push for what is in their interest, as every group does. I'm going to push for whatever is in my interest and what's going to give me the most benefit out of it. That's just a natural thing
So
to do.
can blacks do what Jews did? Because on
Yeah,
one,
we can do what Jews did. The problem is, like, we got to cut all the complaining and we just got to get to work. And we can't make no excuses. Like, we just got to build all of our stuff up from the ground. Everybody got to be on code when it comes to building back up the community, especially our media, and we'll be good. But I mean, we just can't sit there and keep crying and making excuses, and we can't keep having these young boys out here, you know, trying to get or sign on to these record labels that are controlled by these Jewish corporate elites that only do nothing but abuse them and give them bad contracts that they get indebted to. Then these guys go on drugs, and they'll eventually either commit suicide, crash out and do crime, or just accept the slavery.
one message you're talking about, you know, don't be a victim, stand up, do your thing. On the other side, you're saying Jews are the ones that took control and they profited from it. What can blacks do what Jews have done?
Of course.
Why don't
Everyone can. You know why don't they?
Why?
Because they're too focused on being the victim. They're too focused on sitting back and not doing what they can do.
But a part of somebody may watch this.
I know they're too busy complaining about or too busy crying about being a victim instead of making a plan on how we can, well, stop being a victim or how we can be better as a community or, I don't know, better improve the opportunities that we can give to our own people. They rather sit there and talk about, oh, how I'm a victim, how we're a victim because it is, how we're a victim because of Arabs, how we're a victim because of whites, how we're a victim because of Mexicans. It's just like ultimate victim mindset. We're a victim of almost every race on this goddamn earth, apparently. So it's just like it's never ending with our people. That's what kills me. It's like, yeah, how are we ever gonna get to do anything if all you guys do is bitch?
And say, okay, so you're a very good communicator. You're pretty smart. You're well read. You've been raised well. On one end, you're saying, you know, we have to take responsibility. But on the other side, you're saying Jews control the music industry, and that's why blacks are doing this. So what do you say to them?
What I say to them is that, of course, everything is not just black and white. There's nuance. There's a gray area. As I've said, we've got to take accountability. This is happening. Somebody is going to profit off of anything. Someone's going to come in and make money in any way they want to. You have to acknowledge, is this good for me? They're doing this. Is this good for me? And what we're getting out of it, where are we going with it? Are we going in a positive direction? Are we growing as a community from this?
They say, I'm making money. They're going to say, hey, Andre, I'm making money with my records I'm coming out with. I made a million.
I mean, you're making money, but you don't even own your records, bro. You don't even own your masters. The Jews own your masters. Like, you imagine that? Black people making all this music that's owned by the Jews. Like, can you believe it? And we're okay with it. We don't do anything to stop it. We don't do anything to talk about it because we're too afraid to talk about it. And I wonder why. I really do. It just seems like very cowardice. And this is why I don't see people like Dr. Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed serious, because if you're not willing to speak on this, then, bro, just shut up about black problems, bro. You don't really care. You're not really willing to get to the real problems here. You just want to play the race baiter, and that's it. And I guess you can make money off that, but you're not really serious about helping out the community.
$1 billion last year.
But more people like Dion are getting killed. More black kids are getting killed from it. More black people are having dysfunctional, unstable households. We're not seeing black people you're not seeing in media, okay, the black family. You're seeing the racially mixed family. You're seeing, well, they're promoting the African family, not the black American family. This is something you see in the film industry.
The difference.
Difference?
Yeah.
Between a black and an African. There's a big difference culturally, linguistically.
Tell me.
Black Americans and Africans are completely separate culturally. I mean, we've been in this country for 400 years. There's going to be a big difference. Even with white Americans, completely different from much of the people in their ancestral homelands. You've been somewhere separated for centuries, not going to really get along with these people. And not get along is like, oh, I hate these people, or I look down on them. We're just different. We speak a different language. Our culture is different. Our customs.
Black Americans from African Americans.
If I go over to Africa tomorrow, no matter where I go, they're going to be telling I'm an American. You take 10 black people.
I mean, like, we're black. We're both black. But like I said, their culture is derived out of Africa. I'm talking about their music and all that good stuff. And our culture is derived out of American culture. Their culture is derived out of African culture. Even if they're living here, their culture still takes root in Africa. I mean, and here's the thing, even though there is a bit of a blend here, The problem is there's always more of a blend into the African Americans more blend into Black American culture than we can blend into, African American culture. And why? Because we're not in Africa and they're over here in America. So they're going to blend in sometimes and they're going to listen to our music and all this good stuff, wear our clothes and all that. And here's the fucked up part. Sometimes that's not a good thing. Sadly, I know them involving themselves in our culture is low-key not a good thing. And it does lead to some problems. But I mean, hey, that's a topic for another day.
From Chicago and put them somewhere, I don't know, put them in Nigeria. This nigga's gonna stand out. They're not gonna be able to finish. They may look like Mutombo, but they're not gonna sit back and be able to blend in. We're gonna carry ourselves in a different manner. Our demand and desire to do certain things is gonna be completely different. How we eat, the way we speak, the way we dress, how we walk, all these things are distinctive. This defines a people. It's very clear. We don't want to acknowledge this because we think that, well, everyone's the same. We're all human, yeah. But people are different for a reason. Black Americans are different from Africans. White Americans are different from Europeans.
True.
Black Americans are different from white people. So on. I mean, it goes on and on. Everyone has their unique identity, and it's about what we contributed.
So I didn't know you were an NBA fan. You're a big NBA guy.
I love how he explained that because it's like, yeah, it's not just a Black American, Black African thing. You could say it's like a white American, European, white American, European white thing as well. It's like it's the same thing for them. They're just different. And if you was a European American living here in America, is going to kind of blend into the white American culture more than we blend into their culture, seeing that they're in our country, like just the way it is. And if we were in their country, we'd probably be blending into them a little bit. We probably have a little bit of a British tone to us. It is what it is.
Guy, no, you just gave a massive shout out to Dikembe Mutombo. I was impressed by that.
That's just usually a joke I go to.
I saw that. I'm like, quick shout out to Mutombo. He was he was a great center. But okay, so let's continue. So hip hop, Jews, customers buying it. Hey, do we want to do another Dion Wiley? Dion Wiley's looking up to these rappers. People have been talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
But it's not like anything is changing. More of the same is happening. More rappers.
Make sure you like the video, guys, by smashing that like button. Smashing that like button if you're watching horizontal, and if you're on the vertical live, guys, make sure you double tap in that screen. See, guys, you can see I'm already kind of tired.
Are coming out. More kids are making records.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody may listen to you and say, you know what? This is how we're making money. Leave us alone. Let us continue making our money the way we're making it. And as long as I'm getting my money, that's all that matters. What do you say to them?
What I say is that the change is necessary for our survival. You need more people being aggressive and calling this out. This is why I make the content that I do on Instagram, on Facebook, on X. I'm aggressive with this message because the vulgarity, people will sit back and tell me, I don't like your delivery. Say, well, nigga, if you don't like my delivery, you shouldn't like the delivery of how we're being represented as a people, how we're being delivered on the world stage. You may not like the fact that I call niggas or say what needs to be said, but I don't like the fact that we're being represented like this as a people. I don't think that we should continue going in this direction.
No, like literally though, like the fact that the image of a Black woman is a lady with a paste-on wig out of shape and disrespectful and rude. I mean, bro, like y'all should be upset with that image. The fact that image of a Black man as a man sagging his jean, maybe with a rag or shiesty on and a Nike Tech. I'm just like, bro, we should be upset about that. But hey, for some reason we think it's cool. For some reason we think, oh, that makes us dangerous. That makes us exciting. No, man, it makes us ignorant. It really does. Makes us look ignorant.
I think we're more than this. I don't think that my ancestors that were sitting as slaves in the 1820s were dreaming of, I can't wait for Black American to be free, the Black man to be free. And he looks a century or 2 centuries later,
Bruh.
and he sees niggas, doing teen takeovers or fighting in the street and Black women shaking their ass half naked. I don't think he would imagine that. I don't think that someone.
I think our ancestors would have walked their ass back off the Underground Railroad and be like, you know what, man, maybe we do need to be slaves. Yeah, you know what, man? Like, thank God our ancestors ain't around. Thank God there was no such thing as a time machine. Because, one of our ancestors would have came here, seen this shit, that he went back right on the Underground Railroad and just say, you know what, guy, bro, I'm just going to turn back. I seen what happens when we actually gain freedom, and I don't think I like where we're going. It's like, damn.
In the 1920s, black man, Jim Crow is hard. I'm working hard. I want my family to have something more. He looks forward to a century later, and we're looking at the teen takeovers in the way that they are.
How did the teen takeover get started, by the way?
Okay. Older black people ruin shit for the kids in the community. The teen takeovers have started because all the things that we have in our community have been ruined by the older generation. Oh, we're going to tear up this. We're going to sit here at the park. We're going to smoke crack and get drunk on the swings. Now the kids can't go to the park. Oh, we're going to sit here and we're going to screw at the YMCA, at the rec center. We're going to fight here and shoot up the place. Now the kids can't go to the rec center. Everything that we had, we don't have anymore. Everything that I saw growing up in Detroit, all the centers and everything, they're not there anymore. Stuff from when I was a kid, they're gone. And this isn't the 1950s I'm talking about. This isn't the 1970s. This is the 2000s, the 2010s. A lot of this stuff is gone. So you're seeing these kids are bored. They're bored. And, a devil's, playground is,
Sam, I mean, like, bro, all these kids back in my day was at the YMCA. I mean, now they're out on the streets having like block parties and getting into shootouts.
It's a terrible thing, a lazy mind.
Rob, you're playing? What is this here, Rob?
It's a teen takeover.
These are teen takeovers?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what is the idea of a teen takeover?
Block party.
What is it?
I've seen it in Detroit. They just go out. I've asked my little sister because she's, a teenager now. And it's like, what are y'all going to do? Just walk around. And I go downtown and I walk around. But it isn't going to walk around. It's going around, walking around, and you're going into business being disruptive. They're fighting. They're meeting up to fight. It's ridiculous. What are we doing? Teen takeovers to do what? There's nothing downtown for kids to do. There's not a single park. And the parks are there. There ain't no playground.
Facts.
They're just showing up, and then guess what they're going to do? Fight and be obnoxious of each other.
Just causing trouble is what they're doing.
Causing trouble.
With the outcome of what? Is it content? What is it? To show how let's party, let's have fun. What is the real outcome?
It could be anything. Make content, whatever. I just think it's just meeting up. And people are like, well, they're just meeting up and just having fun. All right, destroying property is fun.
Go to the Knicks game yesterday. Apparently, there was a bunch of things that was happening yesterday with the Knicks game.
That's what's so embarrassing about us. It's like we can't organize without it turning into a shootout, a huge brawl, without the police having to get involved, the white police having to get involved and organize it for us. It's like, so you tell me we can't have an organized event without shit getting out of hand? Like, I'm sorry, but like, damn, what type of people are we if that's the case? I mean, the Asians can do it. The Mexicans can do it. Of course, white people can do it. Why can't we?
It's after the game, Rob?
Yes, sir.
And what is this?
Wow.
People are on the street.
Because he's got a Spurs jersey on?
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos of guys in Spurs jerseys getting attacked.
It literally be this niggas playing too much. Like that. Oh my god. I already know guys like this be thinking that shit funny.
This is what we become. This is what we become. We're fighting over jerseys.
I feel like all we're doing is, talking about the bad. Let me give you a little bit of the good of what progress has happened, because there is some progress that has taken place, and I want to get your feedback on this.
Of course. Hi, I'm Andre Williams, constantly critical of Black culture, Black.
Man, progress. You know what? Yeah, I need to listen to some progress. After that right there, man, that shit's tough. I could show you some other shit that's tough that I figured out. Like, bro, these motherfuckers can't read either, but... Oh man, no, maybe I should bring it up too, bro. Like, no, I'll bring it up.
Black high school graduation rate 55%. Today, 81%. 2023, we're up 26% since 75. Black bachelor's degree attainment, 1990, 11.3%. Today, 27.6%.
Mm-hmm.
Black fatherless, we've gone from 55, we peaked. Now we're at 47.5, still the highest by a mile, but it's still 47.5. Black home ownership, 2017 was 41.4%. Today, 45.9%. Black adult imprisonment rate declined 33% over the past decade. So there's some progress that has taken place.
Yeah, but if you break that down by age group, you'll see the real problem. That younger generation ain't really owning nothing. And it's really all the older generation. Like the guys really in my area and up.
Is when you see numbers like this, is this a good sign to you? And why is that happening?
It's a good sign, but still at the end of the day, we're very high in these statistics. Now, when it comes to education, yes, you got more black people graduating high school, but they graduate high school and then what are they doing? I've met a lot of people. I've got a college degree, or I'm studying political science. I'm like, fantastic. They can't tell me anything about race. They can't tell me anything about politics. They can't tell me about anything. But they're very well versed in their field and their profession, and that's fantastic. We're passing more kids in high school. We're letting them get out of high school and they're getting their diploma. But then they can't even speak proper English. They can't even communicate properly.
Facts.
They have low self-esteem. These are not the next leaders of tomorrow, the next placeholders, the next just standbys. And we don't need that. Now, like I said, these numbers are great. It's great to see these numbers going up, but we still look at the crime, the instability, that's very high at the end of the day. And it doesn't matter how well one black child does in one school, if he has to live in a community where there's so much of this problem culturally, he's more likely to fall into that than he is to get out of it.
Yeah, I got another number here when you're looking at average white household net worth, $1.37 million. Average black household wealth, below $200,000. First time ever it's $1 million gap between the two in wealth.
All right, guys, let's get to this video over here. Shout out to this guy, Riyadh. If you don't know, this is like Myron Gaines' like little brother. On God. Yeah, little brother. Shout out. But all right.
All right, next clip. And so, guys, when you send me these clips, I'll just send them to my clip page, which I'm logged into.
Like, check this out, guys. Like, this guy literally walks up and make these girls read these cards with these quotes on them. And the quotes are, I mean, I wouldn't consider it advanced reading, but I guess, the way they're about to F this up, you're going to have to.
On my computer, and I'll watch them. So, honestly, I prefer you to send me Instagram clips, too, if you're not in the Discord. So, this is a guy. This is bad because it is all black people, I must admit. So we have to focus on our reading and comprehension skills. But we'll react to this. Hold on, I got a super chat. The John to my underlying, and that's all. And understanding reality for what it is, not getting mad about it.
All right, let me go ahead and skip past this. Want to get to the video already? Oh God, make sure to double tap that screen like the video. Index card. The deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysm event. So yeah, the deity had a premonition, of the impending cataclysmic event. So damn, even I messed that up a little bit.
Premonition of the.
So there, he's having these people read index cards. These are remarkable.
Jeez.
Like I didn't know people really can't read like this. So for those of you who are listening, I'll read the index card first before they actually read, so you can see how bad they're mispronouncing these words. So it says the deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysmic event.
An impending apocalyptic event.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Apocalypse? Where do you see an O? Oh, wait, cataclysmic, like where did you see apocalyptic? Okay. I know they're guessing. She's guessing. She just didn't know what the word was, so she just said F it.
The deity had a premonition of the impending apocalyptic event.
Read the index card.
I'm a great reader.
Yo, first of all, I want to take a moment to say, this nigga know what he doing. This young man right here knows exactly what he's doing. He's taking these index cards.
And God bless him.
Borderline word twisting sentences. They're really not even tongue twisters. With these
Just big words.
Not even, honestly, these aren't complex words that much, but he's taking these advanced learner sentences, I suppose, and he's going up to only black people and saying, read the card. It's like, bro, you know what kind of content this is, but it's gold. This is really
bro, hitting them with AP English sentences is like, that's tough. Some of these people barely pass English.
Funny.
The deity had a promotion of the impending cataclysmic event.
Thought she was a great reader.
I am a great reader.
I told her she's a great reader.
Read the index card.
The written national identifier.
What? The veterinarian identified an unusually aggressive parasitic infestation. So that's what it says. Yes, the veterinarian identified an unusually aggressive parasitic infestation. So let's see what she says. Infestation.
Oh my God, what did she just fucking say?
National. I'm a great reader.
I told her she's a great reader.
Read the index card.
The Ritz National identified.
Oh my God, what did she just fucking say? The Ritz or what?
The veterinarian.
Hey, this for if you're listening in your car, whatever, it says the veterinarian identified an unusually aggressive parasitic infestation.
An unusual aggressive parasitic infection.
What was that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, this is mean sometimes.
It's over, bro. These people can vote. These people can vote, bro. These people can vote. These people can probably register to own a firearm. Bro, my brother's right, bro. We might have to really start administering IQ tests for people to like be integrated into society and have certain rights. How can you vote? How can you vote? How can you have, how are you even
How
of
can you
sound?
have like an educated opinion or informed opinion if you could barely read? That's scary. But let's get back to it.
Infestation? Bitch said infection. Bitch, your brain infected. God damn, bro. I don't like to rip on people because I get it. Some people just aren't that smart. You can't control it largely, but this is nuts, dude. This is just poor education. Like, what? Is it poor education? I don't know. That's a controversial conversation, to be honest.
Read the index card.
The veterinarian identified an unusual aggressive parasitic infestation.
Read the index.
She was kind of close.
She was kind of close. This is those last words right there. She completely butchered. But I mean, hey, she was further than the last chick.
Card.
The mean academic.
All right, this is a new one.
The menu accommodated individuals with extraordinarily restrictive dietary preferences. Yeah, like I said, like AP level, like what is it? AP English level sentences? Like really, the menu accommodated individuals with extraordinarily restrictive dietary preferences? Like, damn, okay.
Menu, imagine I make a mistake. The menu accommodated individuals with extraordinary restrictive dietary preferences.
And vision with but you can't make me think big old words. The intracordonal restriction dietary.
Man, I mean, ain't no big ass words. These are all everyday words. The only big thing here is you, nigga.
Oh God.
You're taking up the whole goddamn camera.
Perfectionist preference.
Read the index card.
The deity had a promotion of the impending.
I'm weak. Yeah, the deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysmic event. Damn, she is effing this one all the way up.
Read the index card.
The deity had a promotion of the impending cataclysmic event.
You did loud and wrong. Read the index.
You did loud and wrong. There's another. There's more. There's more. We got some men here now.
Read the index card.
Yeah. Fuck. The reconciliation required extraordinarily vulnerability and emotional accountability. Yeah. So the reconciliation required extraordinarily vulnerability. Yeah. Extraordinary. God damn that. Yeah, that is somewhat of a tongue twister. Extraordinary vulnerability and emotional availability.
Okay. So this one says their reconciliation required extraordinary vulnerability and emotional accountability.
Well, reconciliation.
Read the index card.
The immaculation.
The accumulation of misinformation contributed to widespread public misconceptions. That's what it says. Yes.
Of
Did I read this? No. The accumulation of misinformation contributed to widespread public misconceptions.
misinformation combination to misspread public.
This nigga said combination, bro. It says contributed on the paper. Oh my God. Yo, bro.
Might just be cooked, guys. We might just
We share a country with these niggas, bro. Nah, gang, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, bro. Malcolm X, where are you? What happened to the smart? Ah, my God, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God.
This is why I say black public schools completely failed the youth. It's like, bro, this is the result. Stop
I'm
playing
in awe.
stupid.
I didn't see this one. I watched the first one. I just saved the second. I didn't see this one, guys. Being honest with you, chat.
Misconception. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me.
rapper?
No, I ain't no rapper.
Oh.
I'm just not no flunky.
Required
Look,
Yeah, bro. You okay?
extra.
This nigga from the first portion, he's still reading the card. He has not gotten past extraordinary. He didn't pronounce reconciliation right. He said recasasa something. I'm sure he got required right. At least I hope.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.